एक बारी लास्ट में बाबा ने कहा कि कोई आपसे पूछे कि शिव बाबा रहता कहाँ है, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? परमधाम में। बाबा ने कहा उसको कहो शिव बाबा को मेरी दिल बहुत पसंद आती है, उसको मेरी दिल के बिना पसंद ही नहीं आता है, मेरे दिल में ही रहता है। मैं बाबा के दिल में रहती हूँ और वो मेरे दिल में रहता है। इतनी हिम्मत बाबा को दिल में रखने की। साफ दिल चाहिए ना, सच्ची दिल, साफ दिल। ऐसे ही थोड़ी जड़ चित्र भी रखते हैं तो भी कितना कुछ करते हैं। ये शिव बाबा को दिल में रखना, और दिल में है कुछ भी हुआ बाबा हाजिर। बाबा हमारे लिए तो हजूर हाजिर है ना, दुनिया के लिए सर्वव्यापी नहीं है। हमारे दिल में बैठा है तो हजूर हाजिर है। बाबा कहा बाबा आ जाता है, मदद कर देता है। तो यहाँ आए हो, अभी कोई ना कोई गलती जो हो अंदर वो निकाल के जाना, शक्ति लेके जाना। मास्टर सर्वशक्तिवान का प्रैक्टिकल रूप बन के जाना, ऐसे ही नहीं जैसे आए वैसे चले गए। डायरेक्ट बाबा मिलेगा, उनसे शक्ति ले लेना। लेने वाले तो आप है ना, बाबा तो देगा लेकिन लेने वाला लेवे ना। तो सभी बाबा की दिल है। बस मैं ये देखने चाहता हूँ मेरा एक एक बच्चा तीव्र पुरुषार्थी, जो बाबा ने कहा वो किया। इसको कहते हैं तीव्र पुरुषार्थी। ओम शांति।
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avekti Parivar. Today is day 17. Murli, Source of Truth. Knowledge, World, Deity. So now we will listen to Mohini Didi, and today is Saturday. So after Didi's sharing, Brother Ken will come and share tomorrow's practice point. And then our dear Brother Eric will also come and we'll have a little chit chat with Mohini Didi. Some question answers. Okay, Om Shanti. Now we will listen to Didi.
Om Shanti. So Dadi Gulzar gave us a big offer, right? That if someone asks us, where is Baba, where is God? Say, in my heart. That's what generally people will also say, right? God is in me. God is in everyone. But she said, the space, the heart needs to be very clean, very pure. And only He can sit there, no one else, right? At least we do feel our right on Baba, closeness to Baba. So today is so interesting because at confluence age, Baba comes to make a big delivery. Are you expecting a delivery or you already got delivery? He said, I have delivery of all the goods. And I have told you what goods I have. Generally, people won't tell you everything. Some things they will always keep to themselves. But when Baba comes, he says, I tell my children all my delivery, what I have, what goods I have. It feels very interesting. It's only at confluence age God does his delivery. In path of bhakti, whatever way we remember God, according to our devotion, sacrifice, our offerings, God gives us the return. But here he has come not only to give us the reward of what we did in bhakti, but also he has come, given us a new life. Our teacher comes from very, very far. From Paramdham, he comes to teach us. So he teaches us so that the world he wants to create, kingdom he wants to establish. He needs emperors and empresses for that world. When in the beginning Brahma Baba had vision of the new world, he saw very, very small children in a beautiful garden changing into beautiful prince, princess. And he loved that. I love that too, that's what the world should be like. So in the knowledge of the cycle of beginning, middle, and end, we know we are at confluence stage, which is end and the beginning. So end we can see very, very clearly, right? Today I was sharing with someone that generally when one reads Murli, at some points, we remain in the intellect, awareness is there. But these days, every phone call, there is some news, right? Whether from India, whether from USA, whether from contact source. Mostly it is about virus, about sickness, about death. And we have to listen to everyone's difficulties, pain, sorrow. At least they can tell someone. And then what we have to offer, good wishes, power of yoga. All the time. Every soul requires lot of our pure vibrations. But then not allow the intellect to be influenced, right? Intellect first has to remain clear. And secondly, I should remain focused on what I have to do. In general, what I have to do at confluence age, Baba has given us aim, not only what I have to become, but what I have to do is to be helpers in establishment of new world. So don't get even subtly influenced by any news, because sometimes you could feel surrounded, your intellect, with that energy, that atmosphere. So everyone should keep your intellect with Baba clear and also do what you have to do. It shouldn't affect in a way whether we get disappointed or we say, look what's going on in the world. But Baba said, yes, it's the old Tamo Pradhan world and it's the end of the cycle. But I have to just look forward still for the beginning of the new world. My thoughts, my words, my service, everything should stay very focused, right? Because some souls are affected, so they don't know now what I have to do. No, Baba keeps reminding us. So Murli is the source for us in the morning to help us not only to churn, but also what I have to become and what I have to do. And Baba said that I give you knowledge of beginning, middle, and the end, but still I cannot tell you what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. Baba at least indicate us, right? But whatever is happening, Baba had been telling us, right? We cannot say, Baba, oh, we didn't know that this will happen. He cannot tell us exactly what will happen. So I like day before yesterday when Dari Janki said, we should have all the powers so we could face these situations. Not only face them, but be victorious. And they shouldn't affect our mind and intellect. So we can be with Baba. We can still share knowledge and we still remain very focused in our task of being an obedient servant, as Baba said this morning. So it's really, really, it's completely, you could feel the confluence of tamo, darkness, and the light and the sato. So there shouldn't be any pull or distraction from tamo or the old. But I have to go home, I have to go to the new world, I have to keep doing service also. So it's such really, you can see beautiful things happening. You are seeing many very, very ugly things happening. So where should I be pulled? Everyone good wishes. Baba's love remembrances to you. And also these days, they have 9 nights of goddesses, call it Navratra. So even in India, so much is happening, so much. Many people are dying and all over. But then also they are doing lot of bhakti. So even if we don't do bhakti, but the energy of that 9 nights of goddesses, of power, of love, of victory, So Baba is reminding us that devotees are calling. So how do we keep responding? Through mind, through words, in actions, so that we feel we are at Baba's service, we are creating new world. And new world creation will help souls so that the doors of liberation can open and souls can return home. Because where will they go? Otherwise, so many souls leaving bodies. So we have a lot to think about it, but as I said, keep your intellect very clear. No fear, right? Just good wishes and power from Baba's remembrance to share with everyone. Mansa Seva is important at this time. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So now we will have Brother Ken with us for giving us the practice for tomorrow's Murli. And then we will invite dear brother Eric for chit chat. Welcome, Brother Ken.
Om Shanti, everyone. Om Shanti, Didi. It's so true. It was so clear in today's Murli how the confluence age is so important. And I was thinking that there are two worlds, of course. The old world's finishing, the new world is starting, and our attention and attraction has to be towards what is being created and not too much in the world that's falling apart. It's part of the process. But at the same time, my body, my physical body, it belongs to Tamo Pradhan matter. So my physical body is part of the old world, but the soul has had a new birth. So I've had two births in the same body. And of course, this is what we have to sort of deal with to be able to remain focused, as Didi was saying, and to do what Baba wants us to do, to help him in this huge task, even as the end scenes are playing out. And there are apparently more souls leaving body than babies being born. So that definitely means that there'll be some mischief in the air, let's say. But it's through the Murli that Baba gives us all of the goods that he has to give us, all of his stock. He doesn't hold anything back. So he opens his store and shows us all of the range of his products. And he said, you can take it all if you want, just like Brahma Baba did. And he's also in the Murli today, the Trikaldashi Father. He tells us what we know, what we need to know to become pure. That's it. I remember once one double foreigner asked Baba, it was one of those small meetings, what about the dinosaurs? And Baba said, you don't need to know about that. So Baba gives us what we need to know. He's not going to go into any other details. So once in another meeting, we asked Baba, what is the Antichrist? Which is a huge deal in Christianity. And Baba said it's just the movement within the church to do away with celibacy. So sometimes Baba gives us some more explanations, but he just prepares our hearts, as both Daddy Gulzar was saying and Didi was saying, for Baba to come and stay in our hearts. So when we were putting together this new way of giving the course, an experience-based introductory course, when we got to the part on the cycle, the three experiences that became very clear that we need to have, and this is what we need to work on in these Murlis on the cycle, on time this week. The three experiences, the experience of our own eternity. I think this is absolutely essential for us, but also if you want to help others, if we're giving a course, then we have to help them to have that experience of that they are eternal souls and they have an eternal part. And the conclusion is, I will always be me. I will never be someone else. If I'm going to be me forever, I have to sort of work it out as soon as possible, isn't it? The second experience is every soul has its own higher state in this world. Every soul comes from the soul world, yes, but every soul has its own higher state. And so I have to help everyone to have an experience of their own higher state. And even though Baba doesn't give all the secrets away, he doesn't explain about what's going to happen tomorrow. It's incredible that he inspires us to make efforts, even knowing that everything's predestined. So, and the third experience is the experience of Baba creating goodness in us. That in his role as a creator, he has to create power, purity, peace in us. So I have to have that experience. So those are the three ones: eternity, my own higher state, and experience Baba creating goodness in us. And we can see that very clearly in the Murli. Today, the three key words were knowledge, world, deity. And of course, it becomes very clear that we have to make the knowledge work to understand, to help Baba in this world. The world's changing so that we can become deity. And it started off, I know that the Amrit Vela this morning was actually from yesterday, but since we're working and trying to link together everything, Amrit Vela is being a searchlight. And I think though we've been talking about Mansa Seva and everything Baba wants us to do now, because now is also a question of time, we have to send out light, Baba's light, to all of the places that we're serving, the people that we're serving. And listening at the time of the Murli, what do I need to understand to become happy and blissful? Oh, the Murli was full of such points. And of course, Baba said, I'm the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of peace, the ocean of bliss. I have all of these goods in stock. And of course, he's offering them to us. So how happy that should make us. Second point that I took out, you also know the Supreme Father. And this is a pure pride, knowing Baba, pure pride. And finally, the last point that I took, you're becoming so pure following God's direction. Actually, I took a fourth point. Baba, the resident of the Supreme Abode, comes and becomes our Father, Teacher, and Guru. All three are servants. So Baba's serving us from all three sides. So how happy and blissful should we feel? At traffic controls, to check the consciousness that I'm at the confluence going to the golden age. So to make sure that my direction is towards the highest level. And so every time at traffic control, I was just remembering this thing. And of course, it really helped me to keep on track during the day and keep the Murli fresh in my mind. That's one of the reasons for traffic control too. And later on, when we do our chart, Baba explains everything in such an essential way. So that what we're going to do in the chart is how simple did I remain in my understanding and actions today. And Baba's the Supreme Father. He's taking us back home. That's as simple as you get it. So how simple and uncomplicated did I remain during the day? Tomorrow, if you put up the word chart, the word cloud, look, so it's incredible that this week we're doing a focus on time, and the Murli tomorrow, the main word is time itself. So time, blessed and special. So you get an idea of what the flow of the Murli is going to be tomorrow just by those three words. And now the homework, if you can put it up. What are the three specialities at this time? And what do I need to do to make them real? So will talk about specialities and what do I need to put them into real practice in my life? So listen for that in tomorrow's Murli. At the traffic controls, practice this. What am I receiving from the bestower of blessings at this moment? So stop everything you're doing at traffic control and try to feel what Baba, as the bestower of blessing, is sending you at that moment. And make it very, very powerful to face the next hour after the traffic control. The experience that we're going to talk about, going to put into our chart, how much real help from Baba did I receive today? So check that tomorrow and check the experience of that help. Baba is always helping, but I have to make myself available for that. And Amrit Vela tomorrow, hand over any burden to the Father. Hand over any burden to the Father. So please enjoy tomorrow's Murli. Baba is giving us so much from his stock of all treasures. So more will be there for us tomorrow in the Avyak Murli. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, dear Brother Ken. And now it's time for us to have chit chat, right? So let's welcome to a Vyakti journey of Vyakti Parivar chit chat, sharing from the heart that touches the heart. So I'd like to welcome dear Brother Eric. But one more thing I would like to mention that any questions which have been sent to a Vyakti Parivar email, we generally give it to Brother Eric so that when it's Saturday evening, he can bring up those questions to Didi. So I know in the past, many of you have sent questions so that it can be mentioned on Saturday evening. So your answer can be answered by Didi. Thank you very much. And now, welcome, dear Brother Eric.
Om Shanti, dear Mohini Didi. Om Shanti, dear Brother Ken. And loving greetings to each and everyone in this lovely Avyakti Parivar. You know, I feel this Avyakti Parivar show in the evening has become bigger and bigger and more refined. So congratulations again to the team. And today I was feeling as if every day now we have Ken, which is coming like a chef, you know, like could be the spiritual cooking segment of the show. And can't even look like a chef, you know, with his white outfit. He just missed a little hat and it will be like perfect chef from a French cuisine, maybe. And every night, you know, the cloud word is like, he's telling us what will be the menu tomorrow. So he tells in advance what will be the menu. We know the ingredients. So it's like he's bringing cucumbers and zucchini and, you know, all the ingredients. And so you need that tomorrow. He tells us the recipe, practice, you know, listening, chart, we're prepared. And the next day he comes and he says, as a chef, what he prepared and how it tasted. And I feel that I'm listening to a great chef sharing his secrets of recipes and spiritual cooking. So thank you, Brother Ken. It's very helpful to prepare ourselves for next day's Murli. And with you, Mohini Didi, it's lovely because I feel that I want to try to connect also with the theme. And I think I was getting good signals today during the day because the word that was echoing in my mind a lot was presence, the connection between remembrance and presence. And when I heard Daddy Gulzar sharing about Baba not being omnipresent, but being present. And then before Vyakti Parivar, I decided to pull out. And it's strange that Bhumi mentioned it. I have in front of me 6 pages of documents with all the questions that I received since the beginning. And that's so many. And I was wondering, how can what am I doing with this? There's so many questions. Some ask if Brahma Baba was playing badminton with the left hand or the right hand. Some are asking what was his favorite dish. Some are asking all very personal questions to you, Mohini Didi. So I do look at all these questions. So just to confirm what Sister Bhumi mentioned, I have all these documents in front of me and there are so many pages. And today there's one, last week I took one question from, 2 questions from the list. And today I will take also 2 from the list. So they're not always from my mind, but I pick them up. So in this topic of presence and remembrance, we know that, you know, the part we play, the way Brother Ken was mentioning it, to experience our eternal stage, but also the highest stage of the soul, we need Baba. And I was feeling today as if maybe remembrance is not enough. And remembering Baba is wonderful, but what do you feel is this connection between remembrance, experience, and presence? Do you remember Baba more? Do you experience Baba more? Or do you feel his presence more? It's a big question again.
Remembrance, every thought of remembrance is like invocation.
Mm.
And when that invocation happens, that's where the presence is experience. You know, when they install these idols, no big idols in the temples, 14 days they do invocation. And once I happened to be invited by a guru, and she was woman guru and were my friend. So I decided to go. I told her I won't come 14 days because she had about 30 priests from India, and it was a big Hanuman idol she was invoking. So why they do invocation? They say this stone idol comes and we have to bring life in this idol. So they have chanting, dancing, ceremonies, offerings, and really very intense. But I also like when I sit in front of Brahma Baba. Most of us have translate or picture, and I have one. When I came to New York, I have one. Since then, I haven't changed that picture, even if it's faded, because I feel that I have brought so much life in this picture. And it's how can I just change picture? Because now when I say hello, I get hello. It's like, the presence. So I think that every thought of remembrance create presence, and that means you can get response immediately. And the Adi Gulzar said, it's so near, like in the heart. So that's in the heart, you get the response. So yes, it's through each thought, create presence, communicate, receive, or just meet Baba. All that could happen. I
But I
don't know.
think this is because your remembrance is a little bit more, I would say, refined, elevated, powerful than some may remember Baba. If I remember my grandmother, lucky grandmother, I wouldn't say she's present. I mean, I hope she's not. I mean, she's a thing. I remember her. I don't see her, but and for Baba, the question that I read was someone saying, I've been trying so hard for so long to feel Baba's love, but I can't feel his love. But I remember him, but I don't feel his love. I know he loves me, but that is intellectual. I don't feel it in my heart, his love.
I think
So
Baba loves everyone, and to feel that love. So you have to see, first, of course, as you're saying, you have love for Baba, but you don't experience from him. There is something, idea, notion, desire, is something which is blocking that experience. So I think you have to be free from desire, free from like, oh, I want this or I want to feel that. You leave it on Baba and then see how Baba makes it happen also. Sometimes we cover our heart or mind with certain desires, subtle desires. And for me, like if I ask question, I don't wait for the answer. I know he will reply. Sometimes the reply come immediately, a situation changes. I said, well, that's what I was asking. So his way of giving is something, it's very subtle, one thing is, but also is different. Sometimes in thoughts, sometimes it comes as a situation, or a person will come and tell me the answer. So I think keep open heart and you definitely will feel Baba's love. Baba loves each one of us.
but is your remembrance always bringing presence, or do you feel that sometimes you're remembering Baba, you're remembering, for me, I know I remember him in Madhuban, seeing him because that's how we met him in the Guruzan's body. So I do remember him. I remember the moment, but honestly, I don't feel the presence at the time. Sometimes I would feel that, yes, I'm remembering him, but it's very subtle, but yes, I may think there's a presence. What's your experience? Do you feel always Baba's presence, or is he come and goes? Is he always there? Maybe he's always with you. That's why other people don't feel his presence. He's always with you.
I think that love and, focus, especially in Madhuban when Baba is about to come, 15-20 minutes before, when Dadi Guls are going to offer bhog. It's so much presence, in the sense of Father's love and purity, the vibrations of peace, power. But also, if you really subtly with Baba, you will also know what Shiv Baba is going to say through Brahma Baba. Not full Murli, but you start getting like, today he's going to say this, today this, what he's going to. So I think we have to make our intellect subtle and connect with Baba, So it will happen. Yeah, but it's not all the time. Yeah, 15-20 minutes, half an hour. And then he's present anyway in corporeal. I don't have to feel it, right? He's right there. But we need, through our third eye of knowledge, or with our subtle intellect, pure intellect, or even heart, for me, 1 second, oh, my Father is here now. And during Sakar Baba's stay, then Avek Babdada's, I have same feeling, with Brahma Baba also. I immediately used to feel, oh, now he is here. My father is here. My mother is here. Same with Avek Babdada. I think it's my relationship also. It's not question of love, because in many of us, but in my life, they are my parents. He is my father. And I took him as father, and I am holding on as a child to my father. So where is question of not feeling love or presence, So you will feel, anyone who is asking this question.
But you were mentioning about your translate in Baba's room, in your Baba's room, but is there sometimes the feeling that you can increase Baba's presence? Do you find that sometimes you were mentioning for some, it may be removing desires or being more attentive on the relationship with Baba? Do you find for yourself that sometimes you increase Baba's presence just by focusing on something? Or I know there will be years before when you were very, very busy physically also with service. And I know when we did Million Minutes of Peace Appeal, and at the time there was so much happening. So do you find that over time you have found the ways to increase Baba's presence for yourself?
No, but I always keep reminding, not only remembrance, but whose task is this? So remembrance is not necessarily, I say, you're my father, you're ocean of love, but creating the presence with the awareness of whom I belong and whose task. I always say, I wouldn't have taken this task of world transformation, world peace. This is two big words, right? But it's Baba's task. I belong to Baba, it's Baba's task. So during Million Minutes of Peace Appeal, every step I feel Baba is guiding, Baba is taking, like was beyond our capacities and whatever resources we had, too big then, but then how step by step we will go to the right church, we will go to the right person. And so I think that this awareness that whose task is this also is remembrance in a way, right? So it's not remembrance is only sitting or creating thoughts of relationship with Baba, but there should be more and more awareness now. Baba's place, Baba's home, Baba's bandara, Baba's bandari, Baba's task, invoking Baba in our actions, in our real life, making him as responsible, as companion, depends on what you want to experience, right? And
But I
when
know,
yes, this awareness, I think, in all Baba's children, when they're doing anything, is very important. We start taking as if I have to do it, my responsibility, and no, that's not right, because then we can't really take the help which Baba is providing us.
But I know you talk sometimes about how you feel that Baba has lots of love for you. So maybe because he loves you a lot, do you ask him sometimes, Baba, why do you love me so much?
mean, I know that God loves each one of us, but we have to become, we have to, have that trust. We have to be obedient. We have to, follow Shrimad. Certain things definitely have to be done. And I feel that he loved me. Maybe he knew that until today that this is what I will have to do. And I think without his love, I don't think I would have done it every evening or just, holding to whatever we have to do for the yagya. Deep, deep respect and love for yagya. So I think if we all think about those qualities, you will experience definitely Baba's love, lot of love.
Daddy Gurza was mentioning the quality of the heart is important to Baba would be happy in a heart which is clean and honest. So you must feel that also your heart is, comfortable enough to welcome Baba for him to stay in your heart.
Yeah, because it's not, people have super intellect, but I have good heart. And not necessarily that intellect, but I'm not only, it's very clean, but no one else is in the heart. So there is enough space for him. And I don't give away heart very easily, or as in Murli Baba said here, there, no, not easy to sell the heart. Dari Janki says you all sell your heart very quickly. So it's only one deal, and that is with Baba.
I like the way you say it. I don't give my heart away easily. I'll think about what I do with mine. But I think your intellect, with all respect, Mohini Didi, any one of us would love to have an intellect like yours. So I think your intellect is equally, shining as your heart is. I'm sure we all feel that way. And Baba must feel also that he has extra shine. Living in your heart, he gets extra shine from your intellect. So he must be happy in you.
I think I'm like Baba Bholanath, So just stay natural, innocent, and see how he uses. And, when I had to give talk when I was young in Delhi, so 40 minutes talk, and then, so 1 hour before, I will feel that Saraswati has descended in my intellect. And I quickly just write all the points from A to until end, examples. And then I go on the stage, I'm just remembering Baba and allow that to speak. And then I come in the room to see what I said. Did I remember all or some points or not? So I did feel this, that how at the right time that insight or Saraswati, as I said, descends on our intellect, and that's knowledge in some form, So that experience I have.
Oh, that is beautiful. I don't know if I want to invite Saraswati and me. Is that okay if I invite Ganesh?
Yeah, Ganesh will
For
come.
brothers. Brothers will feel better if I call Ganesh. I think I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. And if Saraswati comes in me, I don't know what I will do.
No, look, Ganesh is also always with Saraswati because he's very wise.
And then she will come anyway then.
And he's also considered to be very auspicious. So whenever they do any worshipping, they invoke Ganesh. And you know that I mentioned that in India, they're having 9 nights of goddesses now. So today is the 5th day, and that energy is there for people on one side suffering, no space in hospitals, dying, but on other side, lot of whole night awakening. Not like when we are in Madhuban in October, some days you hear a lot of music and whole night. They call it awaken night, Jagran. So they do it these days also. So it's amazing. So yes, Ganesh can come very easily. What you would want him to do.
Okay, I'll tell you my experience next week, how it feels having Ganesh coming before I give a talk. So one thought, why I was interested in presence, remembrance, and experience is also because connecting to time we know that the time of the cycle is the only time we can get everything from Baba. And I read in many questions, I feel as if many are still trying to find out how to take from Baba. And Baba always says, I give equally to everyone. I give you all the rights, knowledge, virtues, powers, but you're number-wise in taking. Do you have any yukti so we can take more easily or more? Why is it difficult to take from Baba?
So this is not taking any gift in the hand, right? You get it. But how do I adopt it? Let's say that, I remember for peace, let's say gift of peace. I practice so much. Sometimes Amrit Vela, 1 hour just in the peace. During day, whatever situation come, anytime any thought come, no, I am a peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. So I have to, what I have received, I have to use it. Then it will belongs to me, right? Otherwise, still belongs is a gift from God. But am I practicing it? And as much I practice, or as much I use it, let's say the gift, that much become yours. When I came to New York, there were many situations. At that time, New York was completely different. So Dadi Prakashmani told me when I was leaving, or I asked her something, she said, always remember, for establishing peace, we have to be peaceful. And I know finding solution with peace, in peace, was my formula in the beginning in New York. And really, honestly, we were safe, everything went okay. And you know that we keep growing, expansion keep happening. So we are, see, how do we receive in the sense of, okay, Baba says, child, I give you love. Oh, then how do I get love? Okay, I'm loveful now with everyone. Even I know this person is doing, but let me have loveful. Let me have feelings of love. So whole day I am doing that, even until now. Not seeing anyone's sanskar, not seeing anyone's part, seeing in the sense of that it shouldn't be like that. Okay, let me do what I have to do. What I have received from Baba, I have to share with others through my thoughts. So receiving also has this, that I have received. So let me use though if I have received. And more you use it, more you feel, yes, Baba, you have given me unlimited peace, unlimited. And of course, then I say, Baba, maybe I need this little more. But as much I am doing it, yes, I have whole delivery of goods are with me. I think with all of us, but if I just get upset, I'm in reacting, I'm all the time. So what I am doing to myself, so even if God has given, people get inheritance, but it's up to them or they use it. And I feel so proud of inheritance from God. All the time say, Baba, you have given me inheritance of happiness. Baba, you have given me inheritance of divine qualities. So I am enjoying the inheritance, right? I'm not wasting them, but I am inheriting them in the sense of through my thoughts, words, and actions, I am doing it. But if you just don't do it, it's in your head. But practically, I don't see there is a tension that I have to peaceful. Whatever any soul is, I have to be loveful. But we change our attitude within a minute towards the souls, right?
But it's very different because if someone gives me a gift, I don't have any effort to make. It's there. And I say, okay, that was given to me and it's present and I own it. But are you saying that, for example, Baba gives us through knowledge? He explains the virtues, the powers. What's the difference then between other religious-minded people, Christians, Buddhists, Hindus, who practice, virtues and qualities, but they're not coming from God, are they? Are they still coming from God, or are they practicing like us? They're trying to practice virtues, but they wouldn't say this is a gift from Baba.
There is difference between the way Baba talks about peace, right? every quality which we practicing are different than how the Lokik people or religious people are doing. Their kindness, their mercy is different. Here in soul consciousness, and taking from Supreme Soul is then they call divine virtues, right? So it's completely different. Even practically, if you see the peace in us, patience, unlimited love for everyone, acceptance, it's unlimited, it's different, very, very pure. So definitely it's different, I will say.
Because Baba tells us you have all rights. And I know this is a very deep concept to feel that we have the rights that Baba is giving us. So I think this is a good topic to go deeper into and explore how to really take from Baba in such a way that it is our right and we own it and we can, but you are saying it's mostly like the practice that needs to be increased.
It's not practice, no, it's using. If you 20 times a day, you remind yourself, whether with a person or situation, that I am peaceful. I have to think in peace at this time. So it's not practice. I mean, you have to use it, no? Then it becomes yours. Because this is not a decoration piece, right? But I have to become decoration piece myself, But for everything, yes, we have to find solution. But you don't have to react. You don't have to, within mind, I see soul change love for each other. You love soul, you love. For me, I feel there's nothing else, but there is love, Even sometimes you don't know to deal with sanskars of certain soul. But from my heart, there is still love for the soul, right? So I think we have to use the gift, no more and more. So I won't call it practice. I will call it more use your gift, and so then it's very easy to connect with Baba too, because I got it from Baba, this mantra, I am a peaceful soul. So I am adopting that mantra, right? So naturally the power of mantra will be there. And one who gave mantra, our Sadguru Baba, will also give extra power, no? If I think that way, ocean of peace will be also with me.
As usual, Mohini Didi, it's a lovely chit chat. I know my time is up, but I know now I can go up and have continue the conversation with Saraswati, and I can ask her a few more points. Then we'll discuss with Ganesh what to say and what to do. So I'll be okay. Thank you so much for your insights. And I love the point about remembrance, is invocation. And that if we remember Baba, we're invoking his presence. I think that will be the new flavor of my remembrance in the next few days. So thank you for sharing.
Just one point I know that directly came to me, and it's one line answer. Somebody said, we understand incorporeal state, we understand corporeal, but what is in between, we call it akari. So it's actually angelic stage, right? In between. So incorporeal, then physically corporeal, and in between the angelic stage, we call it akari. So, okay, Om Shanti. Thank you, brother.
No, thank you, Mohini Didi. There are actually many questions on the Sata region. Some want to know how is even Bap and Dada having chit chat in the Sata region, and so there will be many entertaining questions for that.
Actually, I have to do the article for one of the magazine, and we doing it. I don't know. Maybe we can just do half an hour in the evening. And what I decided, instead of answering questions, I will share whole experience, how it began and what happens, and do it that fully. And then from there, then whatever clarity will be needed, it's easy for me to start from day one, and then during Brahma Baba's time, and the difference then and now, So I'm going to take up this topic of subtle regions.
So that would be 2 pages less of questions to answer here. That would be a good deal. Thank you, Mohini Didi. Have a great evening and good night, everyone.
Good night.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much. That was so, I don't know which word to use, but it was amazing and excellent. Didi saying excellent. This chit chat, we love it. It's a highlighted for the whole week. So thank you so much. And also, there's so many feedback had been coming for dear brother Ken, that people are enjoying your sharing also. So thank you so much, dear brother Ken, also. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not enough, but thank you. Shukriya, dhanyawad. Now let's close with Baba's remembrance. But before that, I will quickly remember Baba and share drishti. Om Shanti.
संग चले जो सवेरा
We don't have to create presence. Baba is with us. Sometimes like shade, sometimes like sun. Baba is always with us. That's the song. Om Shanti. Good night. Keep Baba with you. Om Shanti.